So cute. So cute. Okay, I'm done yapping. I swear to God, I'm done. There's some weird people out there. Guess who lost 25 minutes of raw footage? I feel like it's an initiation of some sorts to YouTube because it's never happened before, and I'm trying to embrace it because I am a couple days older, which means that I must be a couple days wiser. So this is going to be a better version of our intro, I guess. I mean, the only downside of losing your entire intro is that I don't really remember what I said to lead up to whatever I did during the weekend because I reset every day and I just forget. But anyways, where to start? I guess welcome to another weekly vlog. My name is Emma. I live in Austria. I am a small business owner now. Actually and officially, I'm a small business owner. I'm an artist, and I am trying to make a living out of what I love doing. So welcome to my little whimsical, comfy, cozy corner of the internet. I hope that you find it very comfy and cozy here. I have decided that from now on we are going to be embracing the nighttime because I always had such a headache with only being able to film in the nighttime because of my 9 to 5. And I've decided to change that. Of course, just at the right time because it's March now. So it's not going to be dark every time that I film. But you know what? At least I solved it. If you were with us last week, I was kind of all over the place. I was really trying to just get back on the horse of creating and trying to get an agenda together, but then I ended up not filming enough. It was like a whole thing. But this week, I was really on top of the agenda and what we are going to do because a lot of things have changed, and sometimes very scary big changes bring very scary but big structures, you know? So it's kind of easier to plan around them because I have more to dos, but at least I know what to do. You know what I mean? This week's full agenda, our motto for this week is Project Fill Shopify because we are now registered business owners and we have a fully operational Shopify that we made with our blood, sweat, and tears. And now it is time to fill up that Shopify, but instead of doing it in a big wave and then nobody caring and nobody ever shopping, we're going to do it in little intervals so every single product that we have enjoys its time in the sun. Now, in parallel, we're also going to be slowly opening our commissions, which I talked at length in my last video. So I'm not going to talk about it here. Go to the last video, watch it. All right. There. While you're there, you can place subscribe, comment, check out my Instagram, Project Fill Up Shopify is all nice and dandy, but one thing is a big shadow monster in the back, and that is that I do want to do a big spring update. And because we're coming up at March and I want to launch my spring update in late March to early April, I really have to do the Fill Up Shopify more with more momentum, with more rhythm than I wanted to, because I wanted to register my shop at the end of December and I wanted to open Shopify beginning of January. You know what? Better late than never. Better late than never. A part of it is done. So I have released one wave of my stickers. That's all that we have right now. And I am going to be releasing my well-being stickers, which have already been advertised on, well, not with a paid ad, but marketed by me on Instagram, and they're going to be uploaded tomorrow. So what we're going to need to do with that is write my newsletter, because I do have a newsletter that you can sign up to. I'll plug it later. And also do a last announcement on Instagram and Threads that I am going to be doing that. So the second sticker wave is really close by. It is tomorrow. And then the third and last wave of fill up Shopify products is my prints. So all three of these waves follow the same rhythm. They're going to have a newsletter like burst, and they're going to have at least one Instagram post. I don't like the Instagram thing because I haven't really found my style of how I want to like market my launches. I feel like they get the least amount of engagement. And I know that is because like you can tell that it's marketing-y, so maybe I should just like continue doing it, and then more and more people are going to get used to it. But I do want to start intentionally using my Instagram for marketing stuff. I want people to find my YouTube as like, behind the scenes and getting to know my brand and getting to know me as a person. I really want to take lifestyle stuff off Instagram and use it as like mainly informational stuff because that's where I find the value is. So we're going to finalize these last two waves of stuff to fill up Shopify with. And this week, I also did my new freebies. I uploaded that on Instagram, a little ASMR cut freebies with me, because I had to cut my freebies out because they were fan art, and a lot of companies frown upon fan art now more so than ever. So I sadly had to take my freebies out of the rotation, which is fine. Like they have a right to, it's their domain. But it was just an unusual and very quick decision that I had to make. So I decided to give a print of mine as a freebies for you guys. I printed little freebie stickers and I put it on the back. So you know that it's a freebie. So it's not like, oh, you must place. No, it's a freebie. And I also think it's cute to have a little freebie. I put it on the back so you can still hang it. So hopefully the next time you see me in this little corner is going to be when I'm already done with uploading the stickers. Maybe I will show you a bit of how I make my newsletters. And one last thing that I just wanted to very quickly mention, because this was like a recent thing that I found, but I thought it was so super interesting and I wanted to kind of spread awareness of it. So I found this little new shop, well, new-ish shop called Marmalade Store, and they're supposed to be like our new Etsy. So what they're doing is that they're actually overseeing everybody who applies as a seller, and like humans, actual people, look at these people's applications and like allow them to be a seller only if they're actual human. It's not AI, it's not drop shipped, it's not like, I don't know, anything. So it's actual handmade products. And that is like their guarantee. And I got so super excited about this. Like they look really nice. The whole site looks really nice. The first time that I saw them, the site was still empty. And then now I just looked at it today, and there were so many people there. And it's such a cool thing because you don't have to sell there. Like it's not a seller's platform like Etsy. You don't have to like extra upload everything, not only to your Etsy or Shopify or whatever you use, and to Marmalade. You can plug your existing store or Etsy into Marmalade so people can just like find you and then follow the link to your actual shop, which I find so cool because I really didn't want to operate two shops at the same time, especially not next to a 9 to 5, but also because of my mind. Like, I feel like I would forget stuff. I feel like that's just too much for me to handle. Like, uploading to two different places, like looking out for two different SEOs and maybe like even different kind of image formats and stuff like that. So I really wanted to avoid operating on two shops. And the fact that they actually allow you to just plug in your URL and they will just follow the link is so super cool to me. So I just wanted to let you guys know that that's a thing. Go check it out. And I am going to also sign up this weekend because I will have time to create my application, because for the application form, you do have to send a video to them proving that you're an actual artist who owns your art. So either showing them layers in your Procreate or showing them the process of how you make something like a time lapse. And I didn't really have time to prepare a little video for them. So I'm going to do that this weekend and I'm super excited. I probably won't talk about it much because it's probably going to be like a passive thing, but I did want to mention it at least once on my socials so you guys know because I think that is a revolutionary thing. Like, not revolution, Etsy was the revolutionary thing, but Etsy's kind of got to change. So they are the new revolutionary thing. And as this intro is a retake, I apologize if anything going forth, like, this is a little disclaimer. I apologize if it's not really aligned with what I am saying. Like, if I do something different or if I start working on a different project that I didn't mention right now, because I don't know how I led up to the week in the intro, the original. You will probably just meet me here, back here, so I can tell you all about how the release of the tiny mini updates are going. Do you ever feel like you just don't have a personality? My tummy hurts. Hello, it is a day later. I am loving this corner that we have here, by the way. It brings me up so much to sit here instead of like nagging you guys about there not being sunlight outside. Like, this is our little cozy little nook now. And I wanna decorate it for us. It's gonna be so fun. I just wanted to do a quick update without yapping too much. I wanted to tell you something really, really exciting. My colleague and my now friend knew about my ambitions as a small artist and has very kindly been asking me to like give her updates and show her some of my work, which I reluctantly do. So I'm still learning, guys. I'm still learning. And I told her about my commissions and I showed her the 3 tiers that I have, which is the cloud add-ons, which I call cloud beautification or something like that. And then there's going to be 2 sorts of landscape. One is going to be reference based, so like if you have a landscape that's very near and dear to your heart. And then the second one is going to be like more prompt based, like something that pops out of your head, something that you saw as a child, something that you dreamed about, or like even like a challenge. Like, I'm a Pisces, draw a Pisces as a landscape. I need to continue the zodiac's landscapes because I only did one. Anyways, and I told her, like, I'm new to this and I want to start like giving it for free to like 3 to 5 people to kind of like just dip my toe in, to kind of try out, to also practice the commission dynamics and like how to communicate to them. Do all the buttons work? Can they actually go through Ko-fi? Is it nice? Read through my terms and conditions, see if that makes sense, or if it's like too much, too little, if it makes any sense. And she like completely proactively went out and got me 5 people in like 2 days. And she was like, yeah, I can get you more, like, easily. Like, I can tell people that you're doing this. And I'm like, I did not know that it was like that, it was so sweet. So I am very quickly tonight going to open my commissions. And for 2 of them, there's going to be a placeholder image still with like some of my art as reference, but it's not going to be like commission pieces. It's going to be just my art for reference, so they can use it. I'm sure that other people are going to stumble upon it and then it will have placeholder image on it. So I don't know. I might not write placeholder image on it because maybe someone will stumble upon it and want to order, and that's fine. But I'm going to quickly open it because I promised her that I am going to send it to her by tonight so she can send it to these 5 people so we can start. And I also wanted to like share with you just a little conversation piece maybe. So like if you take something away from this day's little vlog piece, then maybe this. You might have seen on my Instagram that I posted a reel, and I had this idea for a reel for a long time. The idea was that my art is a way to take you out of this worst reality that we live in. I don't want to say the reality that we live in because that's exactly the point of my art, is that it's not, it's kind of showing you a different version of the life that you are living, like a version that you can see and experience. So it is also a reality. And to kind of quote unquote promote that contrast in my art, I wanted to make a reel that's like showing little more gray, like super realistic and really moody and gloomy, like snippets of my own life and lives that you guys lead as well. Of like, you know, waking up, going to work, coming back from work. um, and to contrast that with my art and nature and like videos that I took from my travels, and to kind of like mesh those two worlds together and kind of bring your days up from bringing this small little glimmer, like little shimmer of hope into your home to like keep you going because it is out there. And I was coming home today and I was like, this is perfect time. I'll just whip out my phone. I'm sitting on the bus next to a filthy bucket because the bus driver likes to put his bucket next to the first seat. And I like to sit in the first seat because I have nausea on the bus. And I was sitting next to that filthy bucket and I'm like, this is the perfect time to make a video of my gloomy, gloomy days. And it was such a long day. And I had, again, 1.5 hours of overtime, which is not much, but like it adds up when it's every day. And I was sitting and I was making that video, and I pointed my phone outside and I'm like, shit, the sunset is too pretty. Like I can't post that as like a gloomy day. It's so pretty. So I tried again. I put my phone a bit up again and I'm like, there's a mountain in the distance and it's so pretty. Like I can't post that. It's so pretty. It was just all too pretty. And then I finally just made a video of my feet next to like the filthy bucket. And you don't see this you don't hear it in the video, but the bus driver was listening to Elvis music and Xanadu and stuff, like super high volume and like, you know, nodding around with it. And I'm like, that's so cute. And I was just like, the one day that I try to highlight what's bad in my life and what's gray and gloomy and what I hate and what I want to replace, like everything was so pretty. And I just kind of realized that I like, why am I doing this? Like of course I posted it. It's like I think it's a good real idea, like it's nice. But it's just like I have such a good life, and I came home and I looked at my boyfriend and I told him this, and I'm like, I realized like I have such a beautiful life. And he was like, okay. um so if you take anything from this video, may it be this: like some days can be down, some days can be up, and God knows I have my days when I am down. But there's always a pretty sunset, and there's always a bus driver listening to Xanadu while he's taking you home. Um, and there's always going to be a man with a grocery cart full of flowers. And at the end of the day, it's not that bad, you know? So I guess that is the purpose of my art, to kind of train us to see it. And I feel like making this art is making me see this, like colors in the sky and flowers in a grocery cart, because I don't think I ever saw it before. I don't know. Anyways, that's kind of it for today, and let's try to be productive in these last 45 to an hour of the day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah. Bye. We have so much to talk about. Like, genuinely, I've done so much and haven't talked to you in a hot minute. So I did take like screen recordings of what I've done. So I'm gonna put them probably on this side so you can kind of like visualize what I'm about to share with you. And I took notes. I took vigorous notes of what we need to talk about so I don't go on and yap about things that you don't want to hear about, you know? So, Project Fill Up Shopify is kind of already done. We did such a good job in kind of like setting the foundation and seeing it through that now I just need to see if maybe like it actually bears fruit, like if actually anybody was going to show up. I'm hoping they will because the whole so the three launches that we did, one sticker bundle, two sticker bundle, and then the prints. The third one, sorry, which just launched, will have launched by the time you see this, but is launching this Saturday, falls on my birthday. So I decided to kind of emotionally blackmail you guys to buy stuff from me as per my birthday. So let's see how that marketing strategy works. In all honesty, if anybody here lacks the dry sense of humor that I have, I don't mean to emotionally blackmail people into buying from me, but I did do a big birthday discount for all of my newsletter community to be able to enjoy my birthday. But if you're not in the shoes to financially support me, as I am not in the shoes to financially support some people that I would love to support, like just a click, a browse, any type of engagement does wonders to a small business. Like you wouldn't even know what a comment does. Not even to my small business, like in numbers wise, but to me. I screenshot them, I save them, I send them to my boyfriend with, like, oh my God, look what's happened, you know? So cute, so cute. So, what have we done? As you probably did see on Instagram, hopefully, if you follow me. If you don't, please do. I did the little marketing stuff for the prints, so all of the photos I have done, and I think I did a pretty good job with this carousel. It got pretty good traction, like engagement, and I feel like I'm really bad at carousels, but I think that this kind of color scheme and this style of modern meets whimsical kind of cutesy romantic vibes, with like the pencil drawings on it. I think that's like the sweet spot of what my Instagram style is going to be about. So I am pretty happy that I ended up experimenting with that. And I think it got a lot of good engagement. It didn't get a whole lot, but I feel like carousels, especially marketing carousels, never do. Even if someone has like 10K following, they usually have like, I don't know, 300 likes on it, which is like more than I ever have seen on anything. But, percentage wise, it's the same as my 800 followers giving me 20 likes. So, or maybe not, maybe I'm way off. I'm really, really bad at math. So, and then the next step was to do the whole Shopify update, basically. There were three prints missing off of Shopify because I kind of forgot to market or sell them. I am going to start putting them up on Instagram as prints, like as the art, because I've never showed you guys the art because it was supposed to be my winter release, but they are now evergreen. So I photographed those and I uploaded them, and then I had to double check if everything had the correct information for the Shopify. Um, and then I just needed to activate them. But before it's active for all of you non newsletter enjoyers, I needed to make sure that my newsletter people have not only a 27% off exclusive discount for 10 days, but also early access to the prints. So I had to figure out the whole thing about how to do early access on Shopify. I finally did that. It's not as hard as it seems. It's just a tiny bit of extra steps. Shopify didn't really implement a fully user friendly, straightforward way to do early access. So you kind of have to play around with the collections. which is completely fine, like as they should. It's fine. So I figured that out. And then it was time to write the newsletter. Writing the newsletter has quickly become one of my favorite things, and I am planning on writing more newsletters because of it, like more frequent, not just spamming you guys. Like I'm not just going to be like, "Hey, what's up?" Like actually just sending updates. Some might know this, some might not, but I started off my creative journey all in all in writing. So I became a little creative writer at the age of 12 or 13 when I won my first writing contest, like creative writing novel contest. Um, and ever since then, I never really stopped writing up until now because now I don't have time. But from the age of whenever I could start, like let's say 12 or 13, to like, I don't know, 20, 23, something like that, constantly writing. I was part of this writers association back in Hungary where we had monthly themes. Sometimes they got publicated, sometimes they just went up on a blog, but basically someone would drop in a theme, a topic, and then you would write either a poem or a little short novel or whatever was like your niche. And most of these people who were part of the association were actual published authors. Most of them were child book authors. Some of them were like me, just people who loved writing. And because I didn't really have time to write, and not only time, but like the whole growing up kind of took away my inspiration for writing, especially like children's stuff, which I honestly wasn't really ever good at. My sister, she's a writer, and she said that I will never become a child author, a children's author, because I just can't do the child topics. Anyways, other topic. But because of this whole background, the newsletter has really become a safe space for me and like a tertiary kind of um, creative outlet. Like I don't know, I've began to really, really enjoy it instead of it being like just there, which I knew that I would. Like, that's why I started it. That's why I decided to build a community via newsletter and not anything else. I also feel like Patreon and Ko-fi memberships and stuff like that, that I kind of explored before, gave me this sense of like this forced sense of I have to do something in order to get your money's worth through, like I have to perform. And creating a newsletter community is kind of different in the way that I don't feel that pressure. And I can just, tune in with you guys. And you can always reply to the emails. I always encourage people to respond to the emails and start, like, strike up a conversation. Or my DMs are always open. I comment back, like, I reply to comments. I feel like I do. So, why did I say that? Oh, because I was making the newsletter. But this was just a tiny bit of self promotion. If you'd like to join the newsletter, it's completely free. You're just going to be a part of a community. And a little disclaimer, because I just saw that this is happening. My newsletter, of course, I think every newsletter goes into the little promotion tab. So it's not going into your spam, it goes into this promotion tab, at least on Gmail. And I didn't even see my own newsletter. So I was like, you have to mark it not promotional if you want to. Not forcing you. I'm just letting you know because I also had to take a minute to figure that out. So just letting you know. You don't have to. Just letting you know. If you're just signed up, that means a lot to me. You don't have you don't have to read it. I'll read it. So writing this newsletter, getting back to this specific newsletter, was like actually really, really special to me because it's my birthday newsletter. And so it was the first time that I really like let loose with it because the newsletters that I've been sending out were really like template based. So like a welcome newsletter, which has to be like, short and sweet. Of course, it is still written in my style, but like I didn't really go overboard. But like this, I feel like the people who have signed up have already received a couple short and sweet newsletters to know, it's a familiar thing getting it from me. So I really let loose in like the anecdote and kind of just I don't know, just saying thanks for them for being there. And well, I'm not gonna like read it or tell it to you because it is an exclusive newsletter community thing. So if you want to receive these anecdotes, then just sign up. But I felt so empowered to be creative. It felt so nice. It felt so good. So, more newsletter coming, and I hope that you guys also enjoy it. Please leave it in the comments if you are a part of the newsletter, or if you are or not, either way, what you like to see in a newsletter, like overall, even if you're not part of mine, but especially if you're part of mine, that would be super helpful. And I am really, really enjoying Omnisend so far. I've seen a couple of like weirdly bad reviews, but the reason I use Omnisend is because most people who I follow on YouTube, of course, like some of them are sponsorships, which is why they talk about Omnisend. But all of them, I trust, don't even take on sponsorships that they don't believe in or don't use. So even if these people are sponsored, I trust them enough to know that they mean what they say, and I've never heard from these people a bad thing about Omnisend. And so far, I haven't experienced anything bad about Omnisend, but I will let you guys know if anything happens. I do really like it. It's really, really easy to set up. The templates are really straightforward. It's very user friendly. I find it very hard to do the whole, like, even the web shop editing, and even with Shopify, which makes it super easy. I find it really difficult, and it's really super easy to set up. And I think until 500 newsletter signups, it's completely free, which and that's where I heard a couple of like negative, well, not heard, but read a couple of negative reviews, is that actually it has hidden prices. I haven't seen them, so I don't pay anything for Omnisend. And then I just had to do the whole discount stuff, the spiel. It went into the newsletter. Only the newsletter people are going to enjoy the discounts. Of course, there are going to be like spring discounts and stuff, but I really want to cut back on discounts. I tend to be very generous with discounts to the point where I start losing money, where I never start making money. I shall correct myself. And I have to stop doing that. I have to start actually accepting money and stop begging for people to buy stuff from me, because what I make is actually good. Like, I know it is. I have it on my wall. And if I have it on my wall and I'm picky about what I put on my wall, then it must be good, you know? Don't be so narcissistic. You know what? It's not narcissistic to like your own art. Just a little disclaimer, tiny one. If you don't like your own art, what are you doing? Why are you selling it? You know? I did also have a tough time with pricing. I will be experimenting with Austrian Post because I am not in the position yet to start partnering up with bigger parcel companies. But also, Austria Post is getting to be pretty expensive. So I am going to start experimenting with different packaging types, using different, like, maybe instead of a full cardboard envelope, using what is it called, like a backed envelope that has the cardboard backing, but it's still the standard envelope size and roughly the same weight. Maybe that will make it cheaper. But until then, until this experimentation thing is, I am legitimately just losing money with every order, which is fine by me, because for me, what really matters is that you guys get nice prints that you actually love. Um, of course, it's not ideal, and I am going to fix it very shortly so I actually get to profit from it. So this business is actually sustainable. But in the first couple of weeks, I don't mind biting the bullet and eating some of the costs. I'd rather eat some of the costs of my own mistakes than put it onto you. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's going to have to be adjusted. I I was thinking about adjusting the price, but it's just unrealistic. Speaking of pricing, this is especially true to stickers, because I can't price stickers to 10 euros. Like, that's just nuts. So for now, I'm going to stop completely making stickers as a standalone product after this runs out. So if you have a discount, and the sticker to 1+2 discount is going to end pretty soon. So if you have a newsletter discount, if you want the welcome discount, the 1+2 discount, the 2+1 discount, whatever it is, if you want to use those, or if you're eyeing any stickers, then please do so because the discounts are going to run out soon. And I am not going to be making stickers after this one. What I am going to do is I'm probably going to do bundles with, if you get a specific print, it'll come with a sticker with it that is like the print itself, but in a sticker. I might be doing that because I do like making stickers. It's just not sustainable for me yet to sell them because I have no cheap shipping option right now. And also, I don't have a Cricut or any other machine to make sticker sheets because sticker sheets I could sell for the price that is somewhat profitable or at least zeros out, you know? So that's it for the sticker saga. One more time, if you didn't listen, if you want to get an Emma's Noggin sticker, then please do so now because once these run out, I am not going to be making any for a while as a standalone product. And also, these are not going to be restocked. So I might end up redesigning some of these old designs if they're like beloved and if you guys want me to. But as is, they're not going to be restocked because I think that my style has become very different from when I created these stickers and they don't really reflect who I think I am as an artist anymore in a way. I do love them, but it's just some of them look weird next to my other works. So with that, actually, the prints are set. They're scheduled to go live for everybody on the 7th, my birthday. Until then, my newsletter people can enjoy their early access if they want to, but you can always just, browse, look around and see the photos and stuff like that. I'm always happy for the clicks. And Shopify is filled up with everything that I have, which is super, super exciting. So, which means that I can start actually full steam focusing on the spring update. It's going to be huge. Hopefully. I don't even know what it's going to be. Right now, everything is done on Shopify that needs to be done. And what I have left is working a tiny bit on my commissions and like the rest of them that came in, the free ones for like my practice and portfolio building and feedback. And in parallel to that, ooh, my voice. So in parallel to that, starting to work actually proactively, actively on the spring update, which is going to be a doozy. So I don't really know what the theme is going to be. I do know that I have been experimenting with portraits and OCs, which you might have seen on Instagram because I haven't really figured out if I'm going to post it yet or not. So you might not see it on Instagram. And I was thinking maybe making them a part of my spring update and maybe like a bundle with a couple of like cutesy stickers. And that could be like a spring special. And then apart from that, of course, the landscape that you all love. So that's my initial thought of the structure of the spring update is to have the portraits, the OCs with respectable stickers as one bundle. So that would be 3 to 4, maybe 5 products in one bundle, and maybe for like 20 something euros. And then a couple of landscape prints as you're used to for the 8 to 10 euro window. And then that will be the spring update. Sadly, I can't really do anything else right now because I don't have a Cricut. I don't have a sustainable way of selling you stickers, so it's gonna be prints and sticker bundles. I might make a standalone sticker bundle, so 3 to 5 stickers in a little package for a sustainable price. Hi, baby. I am going to make a birthday kind of looking back at the year video where I'm going to give you a closer look at what's happened this past year, mentally as well, and in my small business. But just because it's coming up to my birthday, so just like a little tidbit. I am so like it's been a ride, and I am so super grateful for all of you guys who joined me here or on Instagram or in the newsletter. Like it's genuinely such a dream come true that is just very indescribable. I'm going to try my best to describe it in my video talking about it, but it's been such an adventure. And when you have these big massive plans of like, selling out all the shops and going to markets and like, actually living from your dream and without a second job. When your dreams are that big, your current position may seem super small. Like where I'm standing right now is like, oh, I'm so far from what I imagine. But if you just take a moment, Marceline, stop eating it, and actually reflect on where you were a year ago and the little dreams of that Emma and where you are now. Like, I would have never thought that I would be a registered business owner and I would have a Shopify and newsletters and 7 people who sign up on my newsletter. Like, 7 doesn't seem like a lot. She's really just 7 doesn't seem like a lot, but it's 7 more people than like imagine a table with 7 people around it. Like I am overwhelmed. Like I don't usually spend time with, I don't even have 7 friends. Like and now I do. So it's really important just to reflect, because when you have big dreams, it is often very likely that you get lost in that vastness of that dream and don't really evaluate how huge it is that you're there. Like look at this corner. It's so cozy. And I'm talking to you on YouTube. It's crazy. So, all that to say, thank you so much for being here. It's been such a ride to fill up Shopify, and I feel like such a weight has been lifted because Shopify is now ready for the big, vast future plans of seasonal updates and discounts. And I feel like these 3 mini launches have gotten me into the practice of what routine is included in doing a launch. So I feel super grateful for this time and also like so excited for what comes next. And also like such a weight has been lifted because finally everything is on there. So I'm feeling so many things at the same time right now. So I'm just going to take a little time to rest. And then I will see you in the next one where we will actually be getting ready for our spring update, which is crazy. I might actually start making a vlog on the commissions as well. If you're interested in like what my thoughts on commissions are or how this journey of the free commissions went, then just let me know in the comments and I might make a little shorter video because maybe you like the short form videos as well. I don't. I like to force myself to edit 7 hours of content at a time. I will start making short form content for you guys. Like short form in like 5 to 10 to 20 minutes. Short form content is on Instagram. Go to Instagram. So yeah, next time, spring update and birthday update and all that jazz. And if you haven't already, please take a look at my other videos from the past. They're really chaotic, they're really messy, and they're really me. They really just give you an insight of what it is to like actually just start out, because I started vlogging months before I even had a registered business. It was after Whimsytober, which was October. Crazy that happened as well. Go back, watch them, enjoy them. Use me as your body double to work yourself, or just, I don't know, stir out your head and eat snacks and multitask. Whatever you do with my videos, just don't do anything like weird. There's some weird people out there. Let's not think about those people and let's stay in our little bubble. So go on your binge of my YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, follow everywhere, sign up to my newsletter, leave a comment. Just let me know that you're here. Let me know that you were here. Do something to give me a sign that there was life on this channel, and I will be happy for days. Like I will genuinely remember your name. I might even shout you out in the next one. If you want me to, tell me in the comments. Okay, I'm done yapping. I swear to God, I'm done. Bye.